Welcome to part 1 of our trip around the world. First stop, the Americas. 2 whole continents you've seen on a map 100 times. Let's see how much actually stuck. Welcome back to Quizzitive. Every answer gets harder as we go. Say your answer out loud before the timer hits 0 and keep score. It all counts toward the finale. Name this city. Those giant screens, that yellow cab chaos. Where are we? That's New York, the city that never sleeps. Which drink was invented by a pharmacist in Atlanta back in 1886? It's Coca-Cola, mixed up in a pharmacy and sold as a medicine at first. In which US city would you find the Golden Gate Bridge? Warming up nicely, but don't get comfortable. San Francisco. And that famous orange bridge isn't gold at all. Which of these animals is truly native to South America? The llama, the kangaroo, or the zebra? The Statue of Liberty was a gift to the United States, but from which country? From France, shipped across the Atlantic in over 200 crates. Remember the position of all emojis. Where is the eagle? Which country proudly claims this creature as its national symbol? The bald eagle, that's the United States. Name a US state starting with the letter M. You've got 3 seconds, go. Montana, Michigan, Maine, any of those counts. 4 foods on the screen, 3 are all American classics. Find the one that is not. Sushi is the odd one out. That delicious catch comes all the way from Japan. Which company famously started in a garage as a humble online bookstore? Amazon, from selling books in a garage to selling absolutely everything. Name this city. Endless neon, casinos, and lights that never switch off. Las Vegas. What happens there stays there.
Spot the odd one out.
The Grand Canyon carves its way through which US state? Arizona, over a mile deep and nearly 2 billion years in the making. 3 mighty waterfalls, but which one is Niagara Falls? You're cruising through these. Let's turn up the heat. The legendary Route 66 runs from Chicago all the way to which city? Los Angeles, 2,000 miles of the ultimate American road trip. Name this city. A giant statue with open arms watching over the rooftops. Rio de Janeiro, with Christ the Redeemer keeping watch from above.
Eyes open, brain on. Can you keep track? Follow it. Stay with it. Time's up. Which one is it?
Four famous landmarks, but only one of them is not in the USA. Which one? Big Ben is the odd one out. That iconic clock tower stands in London. In which US city would you find the Space Needle towering over the skyline? Seattle, home of the Space Needle and a serious coffee obsession. Name an American brand starting with the letter N. Clock's ticking. Go! Nike, Netflix, New Balance, any of those, and you nailed it. Tourist level complete. You've found your feet. But the easy postcards are over now. Welcome to Traveller Mode. Which single country produces more coffee than anywhere else on Earth? Brazil, it's been the world's coffee king for over a century and a half. Whose flag is this, with its bold black, green and gold? That's Jamaica, the only flag in the world with no red, white or blue. Here's a classic trap. What is the actual capital of Canada? It's Ottawa, not Toronto, and not Vancouver either. 3 pyramids from around the world, but which one stands in Mexico? Remember where each emoji is hiding. Where is the llama? Which passionate dance was born on the streets of Argentina? The tango, born in the back streets of Buenos Aires. Name a fruit that first came from the Americas starting with the letter P. Go! Pineapple, papaya, passion fruit, all born in the Americas. Which country is home to this ancient wonder high in the mountains? Peru. Those are the ruins of Machu Picchu, lost to the jungle for centuries. Which country produces around 70% of the world's maple syrup? Still with us? The tricky ones are coming fast now. Canada. Practically the entire planet's syrup comes from there. The Panama Canal links the Pacific Ocean with which other ocean? The Atlantic, a shortcut that saves ships an 8,000-mile detour. 4 animals, but only one of them does not live in the Americas. Spot it. The lion is the odd one out. The king of beasts rules the African savanna. In which US state did McDonald's open its very first restaurant? California. The Golden Arches got their start in San Bernardino. Which country are we visiting? Vintage cars and colourful old streets. Cuba, where classic cars from the 50s still rule the roads. Canada has more lakes than the rest of the world combined. Over 60% of all lakes on Earth are Canadian. 3 dishes on the table, but which one comes from Peru? What is the capital of Cuba? Havana, famous for its cigars, music, and pastel-colored streets. In which US state is Tesla headquartered today? Texas. Tesla packed up from California and moved to Austin. Name a country in the Americas starting with the letter G. 3 seconds. Go. Guatemala, Guyana, Grenada. Any one of those works. What is the longest mountain range in the entire world? The Andes, stretching an incredible 4,000 miles down South America. Traveller level done. You've earned some serious miles, but now the map runs out and the real challenge begins. Explorer mode. Only the best make it through. The largest pyramid on Earth by volume isn't in Egypt at all, so where is it? Mexico, the Great Pyramid of Cholula, so overgrown it looks like a hill. Whose flag is this? A single white star on a bold blue square. Chile. That lone star stands for a path toward progress and honor. Caracas is the capital of which South American country? Explorer territory. This is where legends are made. Venezuela, home to Angel Falls, the tallest waterfall on the planet. This country lost its entire coastline in a war more than 100 years ago. Yet it still keeps a navy, training its sailors on the world's highest navigable lake. Name the country. It's Bolivia. Its proud navy still sails on Lake Titicaca, waiting for the day it reaches the sea again. Here's a tough one. Until 1903, Panama was actually part of which country? Colombia. Panama only broke away to build that famous canal. Santo Domingo is the capital of which Caribbean country? The Dominican Republic, and the oldest city in all of the Americas.
One of these is not like the others.
Which coffee and donuts chain was founded by a professional hockey player in Canada? Tim Hortons, started by an NHL star and now a Canadian institution. Which country's flag is this, with its sun and those 9 blue and white stripes? Uruguay, and that golden sun of May shines on its flag with a human face. This is the driest place on Earth. Some of its weather stations have never recorded a single drop of rain, and NASA even tests its Mars rovers here. What is it? The Atacama Desert in Chile, so dry and otherworldly that scientists use it to prepare for missions to Mars. Which of these South American countries is completely landlocked? No ocean at all? Paraguay, one of just 2 countries in South America with no coastline. Name an Amazon rainforest animal starting with the letter S. Go! Sloth, spider, monkey, snake. The anaconda counts too. The ancient Maya city of Tikal hides deep in the jungle. But in which country? Guatemala. Its temples poke right through the rainforest canopy. The famous Hollywood sign didn't always say Hollywood. What did it say originally? Almost at the finish, give these last ones everything. Hollywoodland. It was a real estate ad, and the last 4 letters just fell away. The classic Panama hat. Which country does it actually come from? Ecuador. The Panama hat was never from Panama at all. In which country would you find Aconcagua, the highest mountain in all of the Americas? Argentina, nearly 7,000 meters and the tallest peak outside of Asia. Here's the final one. It's the largest rodent on Earth, the size of a big dog. It swims like a pro, stays calm around everyone, and every other animal seems to love hanging out with it. What is it? The capybara, the most laid-back animal in South America and basically everyone's best friend. That's a wrap on the Americas. Part 1 of 4. Drop your score in the comments and subscribe so you don't miss what's next. Europe, Asia, and Africa are all on the way.